Welcome to Yogaxpress, the mobile stretch clinic that takes yoga to the people. Today we have a very special episode on how to prevent low back pain. Another word for that would be lumbago. We have our very special guest, Ame Kitchener. Ame, thank you for being here with us. And Ame is going to demonstrate about 8 postures that will help us alleviate low back pain, prevent it, delay it, maybe get rid of it altogether. Especially young people, and we've done that. We've deliberately chosen Ame because she's young, and a lot of young people these days tend to move heavy things. They feel strong, they're young, they're able, and they move it without realizing that there is a technique to moving heavy stuff. What you cannot move with one foot, I've learned, you should not lift with 2 hands. That's the first principle. Other than trying to move stuff, lumbago or pain in the lower back can be caused due to several other reasons too. Spinal overload, meaning if we feel we have too much weight in our bodies, yes, we should try and reduce the weight. High heels, people who wear high heels constantly may experience that. Have you ever worn high heels, Ame?
Yes.
Okay, I'm sure you don't wear it every day. You're fairly tall, but once in a while is okay. When we wear high heels constantly, there's a lot of pressure in the calf muscles. Yes, it looks great on our posture, but if we wear it constantly, there is pressure on the lower part of the spine. So we want to be careful. Slouching, we tend to do that all the time, sitting in front of the TV, and that can create low back pain as well. Lack of calcium, we cannot escape. We could take lots of milk. It would increase the amount of calcium in our body. Improper lifting, and that's what I meant when I said we try to lift stuff. We have to try and push with one foot. If we cannot move a big carton of books, Ame, with one leg, we should not lift it with 2 hands. And even if we do attempt, we lift it diagonally. So those are things that we want to watch out for. Some of the symptoms, though, would be stiff muscles, swelling of joints. There would be a kind of a radiating pain in your low back. I see you nodding. Have you ever felt that? Have you tried to lift something?
Yes.
Okay, so well, you're gonna really help us share your experience, and with all these stretches, back strengthening stretches, you will be a great help. People will watch you and they will learn from us. You might feel a numbness in the lower back or a tingling sensation. These are some of the symptoms that we experience when we have pain in the lower back. Now, the primary purpose of today's episode is to help us strengthen our spine. Preventing lumbago is all about spinal health. In fact, all of yoga is about spinal health, but especially lumbago or low back pain. Many of us experience it at some point in our lives, and more so young people like Ame. So we are going to learn how to strengthen our spinal extensors. And I'll come over and demonstrate on Ame. Why don't you stay seated for a few seconds more, Ame?
Okay.
Spinal extensors are the back of the spine. The back of the spine is called the spinal extensor. The front of the spine is called a spinal flexor. So when we start strengthening the spine from the back, which means it involves a lot of back bends, when we start strengthening the back with back bends, we are trying to delay or prevent low back pain. Ame and I have been through the card, the ailment-specific card for lumbago. Ame, would you like to stand up? We will start with the posture number 7 from our postcard, 48 plus postcard. It's called Tiryang Asana. Tiryang is reverse inversion. It's a very intense inversion, but I think Amy is ready. What Amy is going to do is to keep her heels together, toes slightly. Actually, heels, you can get your heels out a little more. I think it'll help you. Let's keep a gap of about 4 to 6 inches between the heels. But the toes will always be outward, just a little bit. That's good. Now, Amy, take the palms of your hands. I'm going to come in front of Amy. Take the palms of your hands. Place your palms behind your buttocks. Those are the gluteal muscles. So place your palms there. And as you, in fact, you know what? Turn your toes in a little bit. I think that'll be like putting the brakes on so you don't slip. What you're going to do is you can also do it with me, or rather, I'll do it with you. What we're going to do is glide the palm down the back of our thighs all the way. We're going to reach as far back as we can. And as you do that, you will inhale as you go up. Once you go past the midpoint, you'll start exhaling. That way you will not hurt your back. And simultaneous with that, you will also tighten your pelvic, your gluteal muscles, and your lower abdominal muscles. Anytime, those are called the core muscles. So anytime you tighten your core muscles, you can be sure you will not hurt yourself. So you're just going to glide all the way back. And if you want to go deeper, one more thing to remember, if you want to go deeper, feel free to bend your knees just a little bit. Let's start that. Inhale, go up. Very gently, keep gliding your palms down the back of your thighs. Now, start exhaling, bend your knees just a little bit. Keep going back. Hold. I'm going to come up and see if I can help you a little more. Very nice. Very nice. Do you feel any pain at all? No. You can feel the stretch in your back. That's wonderful. Inhale, come up. Very nice. Gently release. Bring your feet together. Okay, are we ready for the next posture, Amy?
Yes, ready.
Okay, you feel good already. Okay. Now, Tiryangasana or reverse inversion is a very intense posture. So even though this is not part of the back bending series, Amy is going to do a forward bend just to give a balance in her spine. So Amy, raise your arms overhead, palms facing each other. Exhale as you fold from the hip. Come forward. This time we are not trying to get into the maximum position of the posture. We're simply doing a forward bend to make sure that your back is safe. Inhale, come up. Palms by your side. The next posture we're going to do is Tula Danda or balancing scales. It literally looks like a balancing scale. So Amy is going to, actually Amy, do you want to look at the posture we're going to try? This is the one. So that's what you're trying to achieve. And it does involve balance. So what I would recommend, again, because this is to help, even though it's not a back bend, it'll help you strengthen your back if you tighten your core muscles one more time. And it's a balanced posture. So you will want to look at a point in front of you that does not move. So you're fairly tall, so you'd come up to here. So let's see. Maybe you can look at that roll, the belt. Okay. What I'd like you to do is, we're going to avoid the mic. Take your weight, transfer your weight to the right foot. Lift your left heel off the ground. Now inhale, bring your arms overhead. Place your palms together, clasp your thumbs, and very gently, as you fold, and I'm going to demonstrate this very briefly and then I'll help you get into it. You're going to fold your body forward, bring your leg up and your arms down at the same time. Let me know if I'm going to kick the mic off. And while I do that, I exhale at the same time. I also tighten my core muscles. So let me help you. Let me come this way. Okay. Ready, Amy? Ready. You're going to lift your left leg. Okay. Keep exhaling. Fold. Get your left leg up. Nice. Keep exhaling. Don't forget. All right. I'm going to hold this midriff, so don't worry. You're fine. Okay, good. Keep breathing. Don't forget. Okay, inhale. Come up. Nice. Now we're going to do the other leg. You don't want to go home and not feel balanced. So let's try the other leg. The same way. Now take the weight, place the weight on your left leg, raise your right heel. And remember, you're folding from the hip. You're going to bring your right leg back and your arms forward. Keep exhaling. Watch the belt. So watch a point. Bring your arms up just a little bit. Your legs up. Nice. Good. Very nice. Inhale, come up. Very nice. Release your posture. Relax. Natraj, the third one. Actually, are we? Yes, we are doing the Natraj asana. Natraj is a dancer's pose. It's named after Lord Shiva. Probably makes you feel very powerful too. So we're going to attempt that together. I would have you stay right there. Actually, you know how it looks, so I don't need to demonstrate to you. Okay. What we're going to do is again transfer your weight onto your right leg. Lift your left heel off the ground. Very gently take your left hand, wrap it over your left ankle. Now let your knee stay where it is right now. Inhale, bring your right arm up. Now, as you go forward, you're going to watch. Your arms will come down to shoulder height while your knees go up as high as you can. Watch the belt on the floor because that's not moving. Exhale, come forward. Now, if you want a more intense stretch, hold your posture, hold your position. If you want a more intense stretch, you can try and bring your knees higher. That's good. Nice. Inhale, come up. Very gently. Release your leg first and then your arm. Exhale. Why do you think we're going to release the leg first and then the arm? So you don't fall off.
Balance, yes.
Right. To regain your balance, absolutely. Let's try the other leg. Place your weight on your left leg. Raise your right heel. Take your right palm, wrap it over your right ankle. And we're going to do the same thing. Take your left arm, inhale, bring it up overhead. Look at a point in front of you that does not move, and then bend forward. Get your torso forward. Keep exhaling. And I'm going to try and help you. Raise your left knee if you need it. No, you're doing much better this side. I think you're now getting the hang of it, right? Good. Inhale, come up. No, you're doing great. You're doing great. I think that's wonderful. Very nice. Raise your arm just a little bit. Inhale, come up. Release your right ankle first, then your arms. Very nice. Are you feeling stretched out already?
Yes.
Do you feel your back strengthening? Do you feel the back muscles tightening?
I do.
You do. That's good to hear. And as long as you're not in pain, that's what we want. Let's try one more posture before we discuss a little more of the finer points. It's called Ustra Asana. Ustra means camel. And this is like the hump of a camel, like the back of a camel when we go back. And actually it's the spinal, we talked to the spinal extensors. It's the spinal flexors this time, where you'd be going back. So let's try that. Let's sit down. You're on your knees, hands and knees. And actually, we won't actually go into the cat position. That's where you're on your hands and knees. But this time, we'll just sit back on your knees. Let me come this way. What you're trying to do, your final position, if you think you need a belt, let me place that. You did ask me that question before, but I don't think you will. I think you're doing fine. As long as your hands are not suspended midair, you're fine. What Amy is going to do is she will exhale when she goes up to the mid-level, she will exhale. And then as she goes back, she'll start, up to mid-level, she will inhale, and then she'll start exhaling. So Amy, you want to take your arms up overhead, and then very gently bring it back behind your buttocks. That's just to get your arms moving. Place the palms behind your buttocks. You are going to glide your palms down the back of your thighs, and as you reach closer to your knees, instead of going to your knees, you're going to glide your hands way back to your ankles. Keep exhaling. All right, bring your hip forward. Very nice. That's it. Head back. Good. Keep breathing. Don't forget to breathe. Inhale, come up. Very gently glide your palm back to the back of your butt. That's it. Release and sit down on your heels. We have another 4. Now, Amy, I want you to help me out by telling me how you felt first. Why don't you talk to our viewers? We have an audience here.
Well, I felt the stretch in my back. and kind of like it was like opening and closing through the exercises. Kind of like a little massage, but a definite workout massage, not a relaxing massage. But it does feel good when I'm out of the pose and then preparing for the next one.
Right. So when you're in the actual posture, you felt a little bit of pain. You felt that intensity. It's hopefully not negative.
More intensity than pain. Like I felt that I'm working the muscle I'm supposed to be working.
Good. It'll help you to understand that what's happening is the spine consists of vertebrae. There are little bones which actually encase the spinal cord. The spinal cord needs to be protected because all our sensory, all our organs, our nerves, everything is linked to the spinal cord. If we can keep the spine supple and strong, you will feel strong and supple. So that's all it is. It's all about spinal health. So what's happening is when we do the flexions and inversions, we're actually exercising the spine and you're feeling better each time. So it's a matter of practice. It's just retraining your muscles, retraining your, having your spine sort of stay flexible and supple for a long time. Are we ready to do another 4 postures? We'll try and workshop, and this time we will also see if we can focus on a few other benefits in the same postures. Let's go with the posture. You're fine where you are in the seated position. We're going to actually go into a prone posture. It's called Bhujangasana or Cobra. Bhujanga is a snake.
Okay.
And I believe it's right there, number 36. Get into prone position, please. All the way. Okay, good. Now what I'd like you to do, place your chin on the ground for now. Your starting position for this posture is actually with the forehead on the ground, but I need you to, that's fine. Okay, no, that's fine. Place your forehead on the ground. Your toes are flat, so your heels are facing up. And as far as possible, keep your heels, that's it, nice. That's the greatest, the best thing you can do for yourself is keep your heels together, your feet together. The closer your feet are, the more intense your posture would be. Now, I want you to first of all experience a connection between your body and the floor. So, are your knees touching the ground?
Yes.
Good. You can feel your thighs against the floor, the front of your ankles on the floor. Good. And your hands are more or less, in fact, they're almost correctly almost under your shoulder. So go back just a little bit. That's it. Nice. Now, what I want you to do, you're going to inhale and come up in just a moment. You're going to inhale and come up, and you're going to look at a point in front of you. And it doesn't matter if it's something that's moving, but just to give yourself some focus.
Okay.
But as you inhale and as you come up, you will try to fill your lungs with air, and your elbow, that's it. Elbow opens up, not too straight. What you're doing right now is great. Keep your elbows as close to your body. Now remember to tighten your core muscles again, your buttocks, pelvic muscles, and your lower abdomen. Hold, keep breathing, don't forget. Now when you go down, exhale, very gently go down. That's it, relax. Bring your palms facing upward by the side of your body. You can come back all the way, extend your arms, sorry. That's it, nice. Just relax. Now if you were wearing glasses as I am, you'd want to turn your head sideways, but this is a very relaxing posture in itself. How do you feel? Can you talk?
Oh, yes.
When you came up, I noticed that we didn't actually hold it for very long. So what we're going to do is, just so our viewers can understand what's happening, would you like to try that one more time?
Sure.
Okay, now you know what's happening. Now this time, you want to keep your palms are in exactly the same position as before, but this time your elbows are going to go straight up. There's a slight difference between the first time that Amy did this posture, the second time when the elbows are straight up, it's called the Sphinx posture. So Amy, inhale, keep your feet together, that's it, inhale, come up. This time try to bring your elbows straight. Always keep your elbows close to your body. That's it, nice. And when you go back down, hold, make sure that your pelvis rests on the floor. That's it. It doesn't matter if your chest doesn't come up too high, keep your shoulders down, very nice, relax. Exhale, come down. Rest your forehead on the floor. Okay, if you can talk while you're in that position, or you can turn around either to the camera or to me and tell me what difference did you feel between the two postures. Rest your head on the floor, make the connection. I
I think the the first one, it felt a little bit more intense here,
Okay.
like tighter, like I was squeezing the back muscle tighter.
To bring your body up, to bring your torso up. Okay.
Right. And it just felt like a more concentrated stretch. And
Right.
Straightening my elbows, it was a more relaxing pose.
You know why? Because most of your body weight is being taken by your elbows. Whereas in the first posture, in the cobra, which is why this posture, when the sphinx posture may not be as effective for your back as the cobra posture. In the cobra position, you don't have too much weight on your elbows because you are bending your elbows just a little bit. When you go straight up, then you have something to hold you up. Now we're going to try one more variation of this posture because it is such an intense posture. I think it's really nice for people to understand that there are different ways of doing it. Those who feel stronger in the back. Do you feel very strong today? You want to try this?
Sure.
One extra one. Amy's all pumped up. Okay. We're still in prone position. Your palms are right in the correct place. Now this time what you're going to do is you're going to inhale. Now make sure your toes are flat. Good. Heels together. Now you're going to inhale, bring your torso up, and when you do that, you will try to lift your palms off the floor. Make sure your core muscles are tight. Inhale, come up. Take your hands off the floor. Nice. Hold. Very nice. Exhale, come down. Now what Amy just did was simply test the strength of her back. When she lifts her palm off the floor, what she's really doing is using the lower back muscles. She's strengthening her lower back muscles so that she doesn't need to rest on her palms. That's great. Amy, don't sleep on me now. Turn around. Actually, we're still in prone, so we'll do one more. The next posture is called Navas, and this is a wonderful back strengthener as well. Posture number is 38. Nav means boat in Sanskrit. And you literally, Amy's body is going to look like a boat. So what you're going to do, Amy, and I'm going to describe to you what you're going to look like to the audience before we actually do it.
Okay.
So what you're going to do is your torso comes up and your legs come off the floor, and if you can, even your knees get off the floor. But we'll work that in degrees. There's no rush. Okay.
Do I keep my heels together again?
Your heels and yes, heels always when your feet are together, they always work together to give you a more intense stretch. Now, when you want to work out in a more intense manner, you always want to keep your knees and your feet together because that way you're compacting yourself. Now your arms will go out in front of you all the way, face forward. Now keep your chin this time. Cobra, or the one we just previously did, is the only prone posture in our sequence where your forehead is to the ground in start position. All other prone positions, your chin is on the floor. And that's to make sure that you can focus ahead of you. So the way you are right now is great. You're watching that roll of belt over there, which is good. Now, when I call out, when I say inhale, your torso comes up, your hands will come up, and your feet will come up all around the same time. There's no rush. Take your time. Inhale. But make sure, whatever you do, when your torso gets off the floor and your knees, especially your legs, get off the floor, make sure you're very tight. Your core muscles are very tight. Inhale. Come up. Very nice. Very nice. Beautiful. Your knees are off the floor already. Very nice. Exhale, come down, chin to the ground, not forehead, chin, very nice. Now, we're going to do it one more time and see if you can, now that you know the technique, you're going to hold your muscles nice and firm. See if you can hold it for a few seconds. Inhale, come up. Very nice. Now, get your palms closer and have them facing each other. You want to keep your energy with you. Very nice. Exhale, release. Very gently come down, chin to the ground. That's it. That is a boat position. I actually had a participant who would go all the way like a typical boat, like in the seated boat position. We're going to do that in our next sequence as well, so we'll get into that. Stay right where you are, Amy. We have the next posture is actually a continuation of the boat, but it's called Dhanurasana. Dhanur is archer's bow. It's actually a bow and arrow, and you will look like a bow because other than the boat formation, you will then connect your hands to your ankles. So what you're going to do, your start position is exactly where it is, chin to the ground. Inhale. Now remember, the way to strengthen your back is to tighten your back muscles and your core muscles. So inhale, come up. Very nice. Very gently take your arms back and fold. Very good. Fold your legs at the knees, grab your ankles. Yes, nice. Now, in the beginning, it will involve your knees going apart, which is fine. As far as you need your knees to be, that's fine. What you're doing right now, relax your feet. Just relax, relax. Yeah, relax always means you need to flex it just a little bit. Very nice. Now keep inhaling. Come up. Good. Beautiful. May I? Okay. Very nice. Exhale. Come down. Come down. Chin to the ground. Release your ankles. Relax. Just keep your palms down. Nice. We have one more posture, and this might be a tough one for girls. I don't know, but men seem to do it so easily. It's called Dandasana or staff. It's more like our push-ups, except in push-ups you do reps. In yoga, you just do it one time, maybe twice, just to get the intensity and get yourself going, but we don't do reps in yoga. So, Amy, from where you are, I want you to try to transition into the push-up posture, which means you push with your hands. In push-up, you're going to push down with your hand.
Okay.
Curl your toes in. Bring your chest up and then lift your hip off the floor. And lift your knees as well. I'm sorry. That's it. Good. Now hold. Now bend your elbows just a little bit and bring them in. That's it. Nice. Hold. Remember to breathe. Tighten your back muscles. I'm going to get out of this posture. Very nice. Relax. Exhale. Come down. Very nice. Amy, you want to sit up so we can face the audience and you can tell them now. Take over and tell them very briefly. We're almost at the end of the program. How do you feel?
Oh, I feel good. Really good, and my back feels much more relaxed than when I came in. So,
Wow.
Unbeknownst to Manu, I did have a little back pain from improper movements earlier today. So this was very helpful. Thank you.
Good. I'm really happy you're here today, Amy, because our participants are a great tool to help us share this vision we have about preventive healthcare. Don't forget, every Wednesday, 9:30 a.m. on Channel 67, you can watch us. We will work through the 48 plus sequence and visit our website, www.yogaxpress.com. You can send a stamped, self-addressed envelope if you want a copy of our postcard or the ailment-specific book. This is Banu Suresh and Ame Kitchener winding down for today. We'll see you again next week. Thank you. Feel free to do any of the postures you want that we haven't covered. Just closing down. So, I'm going to do this one like